There is a reason why these two are the first matchup of the tournament.
Hey everybody, you ready to get legendary with D-Lo? Because I'm ready to get nerdy with the blurb. Let's get going, guys.
Let's see what you got. You have what it takes to take me on, brother. Bring it on.
You're watching Nostalgia Wars Superhero Trivia. Sponsored by RunPee, Dragon's Keep, Stadium Cinemas, and viewers like you who support through Patreon. Introducing your host, Ryan Provistgard, and your co-host, Jacob. With your tournament consultant, Shug from The Shug Show. This is Nostalgia Wars on Nerdy Blurb TV. Let's go to war.
Welcome to Nostalgia Wars. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Jacob.
This is exciting to finally be here to test the nerdiest of the nerds.
This is where we all come together. We all know that we're nerdy in our own different ways, but we actually test everyone's knowledge on who is truly the nerdiest.
That is people from all around the country coming together to test out who the best of the best is in superhero trivia. That's season 1 here on Nostalgia Wars. This is match number 1, The Stuff of Legend versus
2nd Street Marvel.
I am excited for tonight's matchup. I'm excited to see what happens. These are two heavy hitters here in the nerd community. It's gonna be wild. What do you think we're gonna see here tonight?
I can't lie when I say that, both of these guys are such power hitters. I can't really tell you definitively who's gonna be the true winner.
Not only that, I think we're gonna see suspense. We're gonna see drama. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna feel the knowledge just exuding from these two men coming together to see who is best of the best in superhero trivia. Before we dive into who they are and what they're made out of, let's dive into the gameplay rules here in Nostalgia Wars.
Nostalgia Wars. Rules. In this trivia-based game, players will be asked a series of questions within 3 different rounds. Single elimination rules apply. Players will receive 10 seconds to answer every question correctly. Players needing more time to answer a question can ask for a rewind for the question to be repeated, restarting their 10 seconds, but players can only do so 3 times within the whole game. If at any time a player believes an answer to be wrong, they can ask for a Johnny Fact Checker to challenge with the correct answer. If a contestant does so and is proven correct, they'll be awarded with the full points that question was valued for. This also allows the question to be repeated without activating a rewind. If the leading contestant is ahead more than 15 points by the end of the second round, a walk-off victory will take place, ending the game and rewarding the victor with 5 extra points.
That is Nostalgia Wars. That's how we do it here.
That's how it's done.
And not only that, there's 3 symbols that we want everybody to look out for: Johnny Fact Checker, Rewind, Bonus. These are important things. These are important things for the contestants. Think of them as lifelines. Think of them as
your power-ups.
Exactly. Power up for power hitters such as these two guys. Bonus helps you get more points and more questions, helping you win the game more often. And rewinds can be used very strategically just for you to add more time, because you only have those 10 seconds.
Don't we all wish we had some sort of a go back 60 seconds in our lives?
That's what everybody should have, a rewind button. These two contestants in their booth have a rewind. They will hit that so they can hear the question over again, repeating their 10 seconds, and a Johnny Fact Checker. I'm not going to say that happens very often. If we get something wrong here at Nostalgia Wars, we want to fix that. That then restarts their question and their time, because if somehow we get one of those wrong, we want to get it right and get the gameplay going. That's how we do it here.
That's how we do it. We're really nerdy, not perfect, just really nerdy.
We are a stickler for the rules. So let's not stick it to you anymore. Let's get into who the lineup is tonight. In the red corner, in the blue corner, who is it gonna be? Let's roll it.
Introducing your contestant in the red corner. The stuff of legend.
Now here's a guy who is a huge nerd. The guy does live streams almost every day talking about nerd news. I mean, look at this guy.
If you want to see someone who truly knows what they're talking about, just look at him. Look at the intensity coming from his eyes.
This guy, all the way from San Francisco, California. Check him out on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. The man is a fan of Star Wars, Marvel and DC. We'll see that here tonight. Power Rangers, Avatar: The Last Airbender. This guy is a true nerd to the core.
You can say that he is just canon all the way around.
I'm excited to see what this guy's gonna bring tonight here at the table at Nostalgia Wars.
To stay up to date with Nostalgia Wars episodes and other shows on this channel, be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Introducing your contestant in the blue corner. Second Street Marvel.
Now look at this guy. If you look at this guy and I had one word to describe him, it would be fierce. Fierce competitor and fierce knowledge.
Very true. Goku tattoo and everything. Coming out of Lancaster, California. The man, he's got a following for sure. He is loyal to his fans and he knows comic books.
Absolutely.
He is going to be a threat for sure in this competition. The man is a fan of movies, cycling. He is a big-time dad. Personal development too.
Oh yeah, you couldn't ask for a nicer guy too, but just don't compete with him because he's going to go all out.
Sometimes he can go a little bit crazy, and crazy might be exactly what we need in this competition to be a champion. We have two native Californians going up against each other here in the West Division of Nostalgia Wars, match 1, and you couldn't ask for a better matchup to start off this tournament, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. If you want to see two West Coast nerdy guys duke it out, this is the place to be because they're both going to be super fierce competitors.
And my money, I gotta say, it's really hard to tell because we got Trinity from the Second Street Marvel, who's actually a god when it comes to comic book knowledge.
Absolutely.
And then we've got not the opposite, but on the other end of the spectrum, we've got the Stuff of Legend, who is so knowledgeable when it comes to movies, TV, and all of that. And he's even dabbled in the comic books, so it's hard to know who's gonna take away the title here tonight. My money is on the Stuff of Legend, though, because of how wide of a range he's got.
Exactly. When you take these two contenders, they both have strengths and weaknesses, but I feel like I'm going to agree with Ryan and kind of give the edge to Stuff of Legend just because he seems to be well-versed around more things than Second Street Marvel.
The only reservations that I do have, though, is that Second Street Marvel is a wild card.
Oh.
He is insane.
Without a doubt.
He will probably flip the tables on all of us. He may surprise us. I can tell you that for sure. Knowing him and seeing his style, the man is an animal.
Absolutely. If you want to see an upset, this could be our first upset of this whole competition.
There is a reason why these two are the first matchup of the tournament, because this is going to be a fun, exciting time. Let's not waste any more of it and get into round 1.
Round 1. Multiple choice. Each contestant will be asked 5 multiple-choice questions. Every right answer is awarded 1 point. If a contestant answers all 5 correctly, they will receive a bonus question worth 2 points without the multiple-choice option. All bonus questions are designed to be more difficult than regular questions. Let's get it on!
So those are the rules for round 1. Now truly, if you want to see someone hit a grand slam or get a 3-point, that's basically the equivalent of getting a bonus question in this competition.
And anybody who walks away here in the first round with that, that's someone to look for, because those bonus questions are huge and they can set apart from any of the other rounds. You start off strong here and you're pretty much set. You need to build.
Absolutely.
You need to build these points, because you're going to need those points towards the end when you're going to start wagering those kind of things.
Absolutely. Round 1, just hit the ground running, get that bonus question, and then just coast to the end.
But that doesn't mean that this competition is set from round 1. We have a lot of crazy things in store for you tonight. Let's see how our contestants do.
Question number 1. What is the name of Scott Lang's daughter in Ant-Man? A. Rachel, B. Maggie, C. Sarah, or D. Cassie?
D. Cassie.
It is D. Cassie.
That is correct.
Yeah! Boom, boom!
Question number 2. Black Manta was the arch villain of this superhero. A. Black Panther, B. Aquaman, C. Wonder Woman, D. Namor.
B. Aquaman.
Answer B. Aquaman. Final answer.
That is correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Question number 3. What city did the movie The Crow take place in? A. Detroit, B. New York, C. Chicago, or D. Philadelphia?
I can't remember. Is it Detroit?
I'm gonna have to go with, was it C, Chicago?
The correct answer is A. Detroit.
Yes! Oh my gosh, I knew it was either Detroit or Philadelphia. I couldn't remember which one it was. Dude, that was stressful.
Question number 4. In the first Hellboy, what chocolate bar does Professor Bruttenholm give the baby Hellboy to lure him? A. Snickers, B. Baby Ruth, C. Hershey's, or D. Mars bar?
Ooh, this is a good one. I'm gonna have to go with D, Mars bar.
I believe it's a Hershey's bar.
The correct answer is B. Baby Ruth. Question number 5. David Dunn is a character in what 2000 superhero movie? A. Spider-Man, B. X-Men, C. Unbreakable, or D. The Crow Salvation?
C. Unbreakable.
That would be C, Unbreakable.
That is correct.
Yes! Woo!
Wow. Round 1, intense. It's crazy to see these two titans come up against each other, and only with a 1-point difference with these guys.
Absolutely. Let's check out these scores. Right now we've got Stuff a Legend leading only by 1 at a score of 4, and Second Street Marvel, who missed 2, but he's at 3 points. Now really, this is anybody's game because this is just the first round. The questions are kind of easy, but a little obscure.
Now, I wouldn't say that they're completely easy. Obscure maybe, but just because you're answering all of them over here, I mean, I'm struggling. I was even struggling with a few of them off the top of my head.
That's true. It is just the first round. We've got a long way to go before we see who's truly the best.
But if these are the ones that they're stumbling on right now in round 1, I can't wait to see what round 2 and even round 3 come up with, because it's only going to get harder from here with such a close matchup. I can't wait to see what happens.
Absolutely. It's just going to be exciting the whole time.
Now, let's get into round 2 and everything. And before we do that, we're going to actually meet the contestants. We're going to talk to them and see how they're feeling about the competition before we individually go into their corners to test them, because this time they're away from each other. It's going to be a one-on-one question and answer kind of thing. And let's turn the time over to Shug, our consultant here at Nostalgia Wars. Take it away, Shug.
Nostalgia Wars leading nerd trivia consultant. It's Shug from The Shug Show.
thank you, Ryan and Jacob. Hi, I am Brandon Wilson, also known as Shug, which is my nickname. You probably all heard and seen me from the Shug Show, and it's really exciting to get out and see these fans compete against each other in nerdy trivia. Right now, the score is 4-3, and before we begin round 2, let's have a chat with one of the contestants, Daniel from Stuff of Legend. So Daniel, how do you feel about this round so far? Think you're doing good?
You know, I really do think that for what I did know, I think that I did really well. And I would have liked to have gotten that chocolate bar question, but you know, it wasn't even like I knew most of the way. I straight did not remember any details about that chocolate bar. I forgot that chocolate bar was even a plot point. It was just slipped my mind. But I think that overall I did all right, and I think I'm confident about what's to come.
Cool, really cool. Yeah, that chocolate bar thing. That question was really hard. Even I couldn't even figure out the answer. Now, before we spin the wheel, tell me, are you scared? Do you feel like you're going to win this competition? Or are you pretty competitive?
You know, I came into this battle thinking whether or not I was going to win. And now that I'm here, I realize that I am fully prepared for this. I think that this is going to be a smooth victory because I have been prepping for this my whole life. I have been watching Spider-Man, X-Men, Batman, Superman, the Justice League, everything, comic books, you name it. We talk about Power Rangers, you can talk about friggin' Calvin and Hobbes. You know, we can talk about whatever you want. I'm prepared for this fight. Let's get into this and let's talk some movies, all right?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Daniel. It was a pleasure chatting with you. I can't wait to see how round 2 goes. Folks, this is so intense. This competition is awesome. And there you have it. That was Daniel from the Stuff of Legend, and he's been preparing for this his whole life. Let's get this round started.
Round 2. Spin the wheel. Each contestant will have the chance to spin the wheel to answer 5 questions each. If a contestant doesn't like their first spin, they can spin again, but have to keep the result. Every right answer is awarded 2 points, but if a player needs help with an answer, they can ask for multiple choice. Doing so will lower the value to 1 point if answered correctly. If all 5 questions are answered correctly, the player is given a bonus question worth 3 points. The multiple choice option does not apply for bonus questions.
Round 2, we're changing things up. We're spinning wheels, and it's going to be a fun time because this time, points are doubled.
Absolutely, y'all. This is where the contestants spin the wheel, and the wheel could be your best friend or your worst enemy because it lands on any subject. And if you don't like your spin, you could spin again, but you're stuck with that spin on your second one.
Which could be a huge killer. We got 16 different categories of superhero characters.
Yep.
And 5 questions to boot with. But if you get all 5 of those questions correct, not only do you get 10 points within the round, not to mention the points you had in the last round, you get a bonus question. If you answer it correctly, what do they get?
Boom, you get the question, and if you get it right, you get 3 extra bonus points to add on to the 10 you just got, plus the ones you had from the round 1. So you could be sitting really pretty.
Absolutely. And what would you want to see on the wheel here tonight if you were in their shoes?
On the wheel, I think I could do stuff Marvel related, so I'm thinking Spider-Man stuff, Thor, Iron Man, things of that nature.
I feel like I would want to see something a little bit more obscure. I feel like I'm good at Ninja Turtles.
Yes.
Incredibles, you know. Those are all on the wheel here tonight. Let's not wait anymore and see what Daniel from the Stuff of Legend is going to get. Let's spin that wheel.
Don't forget to follow Nerdy Blurb TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And to be a part of and support this show, check out Nerdy Blurb TV's Patreon page.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's spin the wheel. Superman.
Okay, all right, cool. Oh my gosh, I think I got this.
There you have it, folks. Now, the wheel just landed on Superman, and Daniel is going to be answering questions about that character. Let's start the first question. Let's go to our FanCam, where viewers like you send in their questions.
Hi guys, Adam from Beards Eye View here doing news and reviews on movies, TV and gaming. Make sure you check out some of my videos. A massive thanks to Nerdy Blurred TV for letting me be a part of this. My question is from the DC universe. What does the S stand for on the chest of Superman's suit? Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.
And your time starts now.
The S is the Kryptonian symbol for hope.
That is correct.
Yeah! Boom, baby! Superman!
Question number 2. What is the name of Superman's biological father?
Jor-El.
That is correct.
Yeah! Boom!
Question number 3. What newspaper does Clark Kent work for?
The Daily Planet.
Congratulations, that is correct.
Yeah! Love it! Yes!
Question 4. What city does adult Clark Kent live in?
It's Metropolis, unless you're going with his origin, Smallville.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. I was like, oh my gosh, my wires are getting frayed there.
Question 5. How is Supergirl believed to be related to Superman?
Supergirl is his older cousin through, so his Kryptonian older cousin.
That is correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Round 2 bonus question. Where were criminals sent to on Krypton?
On Krypton, they were sent to the Phantom Zone.
Congratulations, that is correct.
Boom! Get that Superman action. Yeah! Dude, if you were right here, I'd chest bump you right now, dude.
Nostalgia Wars, brought to you by RunPee. RunPee is the smartphone app that tells you the best times to run and pee during a movie so you don't miss the best scenes, even if there's anything extra after the end credits. Download it free today. RunPee, the app that's got your back.
Wow, Superman, look at that. The Stuff of Legend pulling out with 17 points in total, getting all questions correctly.
Plus the bonus question. If you want to see a guy who knows what he's talking about, watch Stuff of Legend and Superman questions.
And that's crazy because Superman, not a strong suit for me personally.
Same here.
And I was struggling. I mean, birth father's name? Don't know.
I didn't know the Phantom Zone was a thing. I thought that was the name of the ship or something. I don't know.
And that only just proves that each round is getting harder. Each round is going to be testing these competitors to their fullest potential. And the Stuff of Legend stepped up in a big way today.
He got lucky too, because that wheel could land on any type of category. He just lucked out that it was something he knew really well.
Now, that if the wheel does land on something you don't want, you can spin again. Will Trinity be smart enough to do that, or do you think it's going to be in his favor tonight? I can't wait to see. Let's turn the time back over to Shug to introduce us to 2nd Street Marlboro over there in the blue corner.
To support this show and channel, subscribe and become a patron on Nerdy Blurb TV's Patreon page. Link in the description below.
Daniel from the Stuff of Legend has taken a big lead right now. And right now, let's go to Trinity from the 2nd Street Marvel to see how he's feeling about this.
I'm feeling pretty good. You know, I did miss a couple there, but you know what? I think altogether, it's going to be fine. I mean, obviously, I got a little bit of brushing up to do on my nerdiness, but hey, man, I've got 3 kids.
So, on the wheel, what are the next topics you are hoping to see? Like, what character you'll get to answer, and just any of that.
I think as far as topics, I'm really pretty open to that. What I'm looking forward to is the competition dropping out.
Do you feel like you can take on any topic?
You know, I think I can take on the world.
There you have it, folks. That was Trinity from 2nd Street Marvel. I can't wait to see how the next round goes for him. Let's get this started. Let's spin the wheel.
X-Men.
X-Men sounds fine.
There it is. The wheel landed on X-Men, and Trinity is going to be answering questions from those characters in that franchise. Let's start the first question. Let's go to our fan cam.
What is up, everybody? Jeree here, aka Big Girl Geek from the YouTube channel Big Girl Geek, where I talk about all things comic book related, TV shows, movies, reviews, and reactions. And I'm so glad that you guys have asked me to join in on this Nostalgia Wars. I am so excited. And of course, the topic that I got is X-Men, because X-Men is close to my heart. I got my start into the comic book world off of X-Men, so I'm so excited that I get to ask you this question. What was the name of the device that Professor Xavier used to locate other mutants?
And your time starts now.
It would be Cerebro.
That is correct. Question number 2. What metal is Wolverine's skeleton reinforced with?
Adamantium.
That is correct. Question number 3. Who is Magneto's biological son?
Magneto's biological son would be Kurt Wagner, Nightcrawler.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Quicksilver. Question number 4. In the movie Days of Future Past, whose DNA are the mutant hunting robots known as Sentinels based off of?
Is that Mystique?
That is correct. Question number 5. In the comics, who is the main character who goes back in time in Days of Future Past?
Man, in the movie it was Wolverine. Oh man, I can't even think of this character's name. I'm gonna just have to go with Wolverine, same as in the movie.
That is incorrect. The correct answer is Kitty Pryde.
I had a feeling it was Kitty Pryde, I just couldn't think.
Nostalgia Wars, brought to you by Stadium Cinemas. Stadium Cinemas in Payson, Utah's premier movie theater with the best seats in the county. Affordable concessions and the newest releases to watch in reclinable seating that'll make you feel like you're floating comfortably on air. It's Stadium Cinemas, a family theater for the movie-going family.
Whoa, shocking. I'm just going to say that much. Here we've got 2nd Street Marvel, who's just giving it all he's got and comes up a little bit short. Stuff of Legend did great in his round. Let's check out these scores. Here we've got Stuff of Legend has a really nice, comfortable lead at 17, 2nd Street Marvel at 9.
But I will say that round 3 is where you can make all your money. You can make a comeback here because total points in round 3 is almost more than we have seen in any of the rounds combined.
That's true.
This is where 2nd Street Marvel can really shine. And I'm surprised, as such a huge comic book man himself, you can see that the pressure is getting to him just a little bit. He didn't even ask for any of the multiple choice.
I was surprised about that too.
And that's okay, because this competition messes with your head. And I totally get it. I was tripping over those questions left and right. He did much better than I feel like I would be doing in his chair. For sure, I think he did pretty well for where he's at. Round 3, he could turn this around. And we've said it before, Trinity is a wild card. This could be his time to shine.
With all that being said, let's cut through this and let's go back to Shug so that we can talk to the contestants about round 3.
To stay up to date with Nostalgia Wars episodes and other shows on this channel, be sure to subscribe here on YouTube.
Alright, so anyway, that was all of round 2. We're about to get ready to go into round 3, and before we go into round 3, let's have a chat with the contestants to see how they're doing in this round so far. We're going to talk to Trinity. Trinity, what's going on? I mean, you look like you were struggling there for a little bit. Was it just a little too pressure for you? Too much for you?
You know, right now I've got to say the pressure's getting a little tight. I can start to feel those beads of sweat on my head, but you know what? I think I can power through this.
Well, Trinity, you didn't use a lot of your multiple choice. Were you just trying to remember that? Were you just trying to use your brain for that?
Yeah, you know, I had a feeling it was Kitty Pryde. Her name was on the tip of my tongue, and I was thinking that it was somebody else, just with all the X-Men books that I have been reading here lately.
Tell me, how do you feel about going into round 3? You feel like you're gonna do better, a lot better in this round?
I'm still feeling pretty confident. You know, I mean, I've missed a couple out there, you know, but hey, you know, every ball player, you know, gets back out there and goes back at it. You double down, and we're ready.
All right, thank you, Trinity. That's good. Tell me, Daniel, how do you feel about this upcoming round? How do you feel about round 3? Do you think you'll do a lot better in this round?
Going into round 3, I'm excited. I'm having a lot of fun, and you know what? I think I'm confident as long as I don't get the crow.
Awesome. So what was going through your head when the wheel landed on Superman?
It was at first I was like, heck yeah, and then I was like, wait a minute, there's a lot that I'm pretty sure I don't know. So, you know, I was thinking of the void of information where it should be in my head. You know, like Obi-Wan's like, there ought to be a star here, but there isn't. You know, it's like there's like a gap in my memory with Superman, so I was nervous, obviously, where the questions are going. And, you know, there's some spots, admittedly, where Superman's, I guess you could say his, like, where, you know, facts about him and things that I know I'm not aware of, because I wasn't a huge comic reader for Superman. I was a huge fan of the TV series, Smallville, and a lot of the other, like, you know, Justice League and things where they cover Superman, but it's not like his, you know, so in that regard, I was a little nervous, but I'm really proud of myself that I was able to pull through and get all the answers right.
All right, now let's get ready and spin the wheel for both contestants, and let's see what franchise they get.
Round 3. Wager Danger. Only 3 of the same questions will be asked in this round for both contestants. Every right answer is awarded 3 points. If a player answers all 3 questions correctly, they are awarded 1 extra point. Our judges will spin the wheel to determine what category both players will be answering questions from. Once the category is revealed, and before the first question is asked, players will be asked to secretly disclose how many points they want to wager on their ability to answer the majority of the questions correctly. Players must make a maximum wager of 5 points and a minimum of 1 point. Wagering points awards the player with the points they wagered if answered correctly. When getting a question wrong, loses that many points from the player's total. Both players' wagers will be revealed after the round is over and will then be applied to their total. In the rare event of a tie after wagers have been revealed, a tiebreaker will take effect, as extra questions worth 3 points each will be given until one of the contestants answers incorrectly. It's about to go down.
Round 3, this is the make it or break it round because Wager Danger, it's right there in the name. This is a dangerous game to be playing. If you want to win big points, you can, but you may take the risk of losing big points.
Absolutely. This is a game-changer round where each contestant has to know what they are talking about and they have to be willing to bet in their favor. You can either walk away with all the points or you could walk away with nothing.
We're talking 15 points in total you can win in this round. That's higher than what we've ever seen in any other rounds. And the whole point of building up your pool of points is to be able to run away with this competition. Will Stuff of Legend pull it out in the end, or will he land flat? This is also where Second Street Marvel can actually make his comeback, because
absolutely
15 points is huge. All he has to do is get 2 questions correctly. That's it. If he gets 3, he gets a bonus question, but then if he wagers high, he may run away with this, and I wouldn't put it past him.
Absolutely. I still think that Second Street Marvel, there's a lot of fight in him still. He's determined, and this could be the round that tips the scales.
This is exciting. Let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and spin that wheel.
Patrons will have access to behind-the-scenes videos, exclusive merchandise, even a chance to answer along in real time with Nostalgia Wars competitors, and so much more.
Oh yeah, you got this. I've got this. Let's do it.
Thor.
Thor. Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right,
all
there it is. The wheel just landed on Thor, and they are going to answer questions about that character. Now, let's put in the wagers to see how many points they want to win.
Based on your confidence of this topic, how many points do you want to wager? Contestants' wagers are now locked in.
Nostalgia Wars, brought to you by Dragon's Keep. Dragon's Keep is Utah's oldest and most reliable comic book shop, serving the best selection of comic books and collectibles for over 30 years. Dragon's Keep, where your treasure awaits.
Question number 1. Where did Loki send his father while he impersonated him back in Asgard?
Oh man.
He was in an old folks retirement home in New York on Earth.
He sent him into the Odin Sleep.
The correct answer is an old folks' home in New York City.
Was that specific enough?
God, yeah. Dang it.
Question number 2. Who does Volstagg and Sif entrust the ether to at the end of Thor: The Dark World?
That would be Tenelir Tavon, the Collector.
The Collector.
That is correct!
Yes!
And for the final question of the match, what is Hela the goddess of?
Hela is the goddess of death.
Hela is the goddess of death, I believe. Death and hell. She's the ruler of hell.
The goddess of death.
All right, good. Oh my gosh, that was nerve-wracking, dude. Oh my word.
And now, our contestants will reveal their wagers. Blue, 4.
Come on.
Red, 5.
And your winner is the Stuff of Legend.
Wow! Can you believe that? 28-23. The Stuff of Legend pulling it out. That was closer than I thought it was going to be.
I seriously thought that Second Street Marvel was going to make a comeback because missing only one of those questions can put you so far behind.
Yeah, when Daniel missed that question, I thought this is where Trinity pulls it out. And honestly, he did a great job, but you just got to wager a few more points, and you got to be able to go big or go home. Daniel did that tonight, and it was amazing. It was great. That was intense. Let's go back to Shug and talk to our winner and our awesome great sport loser, Second Street Marvel. Take it away, Shug.
Daniel, congratulations. You won this match. How do you feel about it?
I'm disappointed in myself for that last question. However, I'm not disappointed with my overall performance because I knew that last one was going to be a tricky question. I'm actually really happy with where I landed. And I think that, there's going to be a lot of other people that are, competitive and that are going to get, into the end game, as we say. So it'll be a lot of fun to see where this goes. The anxiety is getting to me already.
Thank you. Congratulations, Daniel. Trinity, well, you lost, but you had a good round, though. Tell us how you feel about this match.
Well, guys, I gotta say it was a pretty good competition. I think we had some good questions out there to be answered. And honestly, I gotta say, I thought I was a super nerd, but apparently I need to go back and do some brushing up on a couple of these answers. And what's strange is a couple of them actually even seemed very obvious. But sometimes when the pressure is on, sometimes you either buckle or you step up to the plate, and it looks like this time I kind of did both, but I just fell a little bit short.
All right, thank you, Trinity. Well, there you have it. Those were the contestants.
Thank you, Shug. You're the man. This is a night to remember. Nostalgia Wars match number 1.
Down in the books.
It's in the books, y'all, and we cannot wait to get into any more. Tonight was intense. It was gripping. I may have wet myself a few different times, and I can't even tell you. Daniel did an amazing job.
Absolutely. Both of these guys, fierce competitors, they both did well, but they also are humble enough to say that they need to work on a few things. Second Street Marvel, he's such a champ. You can see that in defeat, he's still a great guy.
And I'd love to see the guy here again, but sadly, it is single elimination. Daniel will move on within the West Division, going up later in the tournament. And next, we have our East Division. For match 2, we got a great matchup for you. 15-second productions versus What Were You Watching? That's going to be exciting. It's going to be a fun time. Awesome. I know that for sure. Sadly, we're not going to see Second Street Marvel, but if you do want to see him, go and check out all of his links down below. Go support him. And if you want to support this show, subscribe here to Nerdy Blurb TV. We really appreciate it. It does help the show continue on, and it helps us be able to do what we love doing, and that is finding out who the nerds are within the world and the community here.
Absolutely. If you like what we do, let us know. Support the other contestants, tell them good game, and let them know that you were watching.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for match 2 and for any of our other shows that we have here on Nerdy Blurb TV. We can't wait to get into it. And until we see you next time behind those enemy lines,
wow, this
is going to be great for match 2 coming up soon. This has been Nostalgia Wars. We'll see you on the catchphrase.
Thanks for watching. To stay up to date with Nostalgia Wars episodes and other shows on this channel, be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow Nerdy Blurb TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And to be a part of and support this show, visit us on Patreon at patreon.com/nerdyblurbtv. Next time on Nostalgia Wars.
I don't even think these guys are going to know what they're doing. This isn't even going to be a competition.
To play some trivia and win, because I have the will to win.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in here today at Nerdy Blurb TV and checking out this video. Consider subscribing if you're into this kind of stuff, because we like to keep it nerdy here and interact with cool individuals such as yourself. Have a great day.